this week, Ukraine.
Yeah,
So,
because they were like Russian sympathizers. The other
right,
part.
yeah. So
people are starting to turn on Ukraine.
Right. No. So what I'm saying is they might already be
breaking
the terms of one of these things.
Oh, for sure. Well, they're not.
That the EU's asking them for.
The EU is clearly going to be like. Almost, and not gotta go back and change it a little bit. They're gonna do that forever.
No.
Yeah,
this is like saying that I'm a candidate to be on the next cover of Men's Health.
Exactly. Just gotta keep working out a little bit.
Yeah, just got a little bit of work to do.
You're almost there, Wes.
Here's where you have to meet. Yeah,
you got it, buddy.
So good luck getting in the EU, Ukraine, and with Russia as well. Good luck, avoiding getting killed. Hopefully.
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah! Good
morning! And welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Friday, June 24th, 2022, episode 972.
Oh,
I am doing the yell because Will's daughter is sleeping.
Thank you, Wes.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But I'm gonna let the pro take it from here to talk about what we got on the show today.
Well, thank you, Wes, for doing the intro. Thank you, everybody, for cheating on the news with us today. We've got something good, something bad, something old, something new, and potentially something blue. In the cup of coffee in the big time,
something blue. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's the cup of coffee. It's all you're gonna have to wait, but it's all those things.
Well, you're an official officiant as well.
It's true.
I was just thinking, what if like a real slutty bride on her wedding day for like the something blue part? She's like, well, I did blow my fiance this morning. Like that's my that's my blue.
That would work.
That'd be awesome.
That would be great.
That's my blue.
When they ask her, she's like,
well, where's your blue?
I understand. I understand why you thought of the scenario. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
she's just pounding screwdrivers in the bridal suite.
Yeah.
I blew them this morning. That would be pretty cool. Wes is going to take us on a bumpy ride in a Boeing 737-800 Max in the TikTok International Moment.
Yeah, it's a dark one. I apologize in advance for sending you off on the weekend like this.
Wow.
Okay, well, you're not going to send them off totally that way because we have the Hive 5 to close it out.
Right. Yes.
And it is all about the Hardo Hive, and the vibes are always very high in there. So
true.
Good. We'll be good. We'll be closing on a good note, even if the TikTok ride is bumpy. Don't forget, everybody. Me too. Florida Man Friday is out now on patreon.com/Hard Factor.
What's a good one?
It's a good one. Lots of good stories. The biggest snake ever caught in Florida. Well,
eight Florida stories. Eight.
Yeah.
Eight.
It's a good pack.
It's good.
It's like the Ryan Gosling of Florida Man Fridays.
That's right.
Pack. Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's end the week strong. Here we go. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Sir, fun fact first, right? Well, no, let's not do a fun fact today. It's got facts in it, kind of, but let's throw it back and take it to holidays.
Okay.
Today is Museum Comes to Life Day, which to me sounds like a total scam and just a promotion for that not very good Ben Stiller movies, like the Night at the Museum.
The Night at the Museum.
They just paid for those days, I think. Like that's bullshit.
You guys ever do the Night at the Museum in middle school, or like
no?
I got to spend the night at the Ben Franklin Institute one time.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That sounds like some pedophile set that up.
People put toothpaste in my ear, and I had an earache for like a week.
Which teacher set that up?
You
Was
still
it a male
had a
teacher?
fun time.
Yeah, I had a fun time before that.
Was it a male teacher that set that up?
No, it was like the whole grade went. I think it was sixth grade.
Night at the Museum.
Yeah, it was cool.
Dangerous. All right. But also, speaking of holidays, we forgot Hard Factor Day, which is June 18th. Last Sunday was our 4-year anniversary of the first ever show. Yeah. We're coming up on 1,000 shows here in August, I think. So, whoops. Hoops.
But
that's very us. Yes. Yeah.
As Wes pointed out, it was on a Sunday.
But we record on Sundays.
Well, okay. But Mark, here's the thing is that if it's not the day that we're doing the show for, basically none of us, we're like goldfish. We don't know anything except for the day of the show we're working on. And then outside of that, we have no idea. So we don't even know. We only know 80% of that. That's our guarantee.
Yeah, we're 80% accurate.
That's all we're good
Take it
for.
to the
So
bank.
right,
Take
so
that to
then
80% to the bank.
You can't
right now doesn't
expect us-
exist for us.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're not here. This
Right.
is a
That's
previous
fine.
us talking to
Well,
you.
look,
The today us is doing something else. We don't even remember this. So
that's true. It's like a time warp.
exactly.
Right.
So you can't expect it. It's like you get a fresh copy of Hard Factor every day, and we're every day just as liable to forget our own holiday as we were the day before.
Remember when
which is high
was it
likelihood.
my text? And I think it was like me and Wes when my texts kept getting time warped and like they would come to like a week late, or like that was insane. Like we were on this text thread, like all of a sudden like a text would come in from like a week in the past.
Then we
like,
started doing it on purpose to fake
Yes,
each other.
yes, it was awesome. We wanted to trick each other. Yes. All right. And a little inside baseball.
lot
We're
like
trying to get
Merry Christmas.
Right, exactly, shit like that. We're trying to get 2 national holidays listed. Big Naturals Day on August 3rd because 8-3 looks like boobs when you write it out, and it's summertime, so we outside. And of course, Hard Factor Day next June 18th. We're going to try to tackle Big Natties first because that we already missed, the Hard Factor Day. We'll get it next year. And August 3rd is coming up. And we're going to start doing promotional videos and stuff. And I think this weekend or next week. And look, we need to raise some funds because here's the deal. To get a national holiday, we had a meeting with the team, like the national holiday people. It costs $5,000 per day. So, if we get close to 5,000, we're going to ask people for whatever. Then we'll try to cover the rest. But, we'll see. Hopefully we get Big Natty's Day. But Josh in North Carolina, member of the Hive, called me, and he's the one that reminded me that we forgot Hard Factor Day. I didn't even know it. And I told him about, the national days, and he said he's going to pledge $1,000 for next June 18th for Hard Factor Day. That's 20% there. And that would be our 5th year anniversary. So our first annual Hard Factor Day national holiday will be next June 18th.
That's awesome.
I think it's a smart move by Josh as well because first of all, we haven't done 1,000 episodes yet.
Right.
So I don't think you can really solidify a national day for yourself until
True.
you're over 1,000 episodes.
Good point.
And then 5 years, right? You got to prove you can go 5 years at least.
5 years way cooler having the first day than on the 4 years. Yeah,
It's
we
a
did it on
news
purpose
show,
by accident.
right? As a news show, you have to at least go through a couple administrations, right?
Yep.
Before anybody can really take you serious.
Does
I
Josh
100%
want it to
agree.
be like a Hard Factor Day? Thanks to Josh.
No, he didn't add any stipulations. I mean, no. He also donated the most for
plaque on the
he
plaque
donated
for
the
himself.
most money. No, he donated the most money for our first fat-a-thon. Didn't ask
know.
for anything. He put in, I
He's
think, 500 or 1,000 of that too.
Very generous. Man.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. But we're gonna get the rest of you guys to help out too, because we want Big Natty's Day, and we're gonna get Hard Factor Day next year. All right, updates. Quick update. Remember that Google engineer who got fired for saying that a Google AI chat went sentient, and more importantly, the potentially sentient AI called Lambda. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the Google engineer is now coming out and doing an interview saying that the AI recently asked him to hire it or get it in contact with a lawyer. The AI chat wants to talk to a lawyer.
Is
Yeah,
someone
I mean-
behind this guy just? Is this?
Yeah,
a prank?
I'm starting to think this guy's a liar now, and he just wants attention.
No,
yeah.
but is Lambda being controlled by someone?
I don't
is
know.
my question.
Someone's pranking this nerd.
Yeah. Give me a lawyer, nerd.
So what is
I think someone's pranking someone.
Yeah.
Whether this guy's pranking us or
he might
the
be
AI.
pranking us,
Yeah.
but because if you've seen his pictures,
They fired him, so I mean, he might just be fucking around.
I don't
Maybe
believe
they
this
fired him
Lambda's
as a
sentient.
liar.
how's Lambda still communicating with him, asking for a lawyer?
I don't know. Maybe it was in the original chat. I don't have all the details, but they even asked him. They're like, "Well, what happened after the lawyer talked?" And he was like, "I haven't talked to Lambda recently, so I don't know." But it would be hilarious if a lawyer talked to Lambda and it's taking the case and Google gets sued by its own AI. That would be funny.
I just
Oh
don't
my
see how it could be.
goodness.
One
How
can
this
hope.
thing became sentient. It's just
I
too
know.
far fetched.
I feel like the courts
It's
would
starting to
smash-
seem like a joke.
I feel like the courts would smack down on AIs. They would set a precedent
Well-
of like AIs have no rights, and then that would be that. That would be that from there.
If I was the court ruling against it, I'd also be like, we need to pull the plug the second this ruling goes out because
Oh,
things
yeah.
could get hairy. Like you need to you need to pull the plug as the verdict's being read.
Your stove starts turning on at night.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Honorable mentions. Let's just get right to it. Okay, the FDA has officially and immediately banned the selling of all Juul e-cigarettes in the U.S. Not all e-cigarettes, not cigarettes which cause cancer, but just Juul e-cigarettes.
Just the
All of
best
them.
ones. Just
Yeah,
the
not
best.
great, guys.
Just the best e-cigarettes that a lot of people use to quit smoking real cigs.
Yeah, not great. When asked why just Juul, a shady figure in a trench coat in an alleyway said, "It's because they wouldn't play ball, see? You got to pay to play, see? Keeping all the profits for yourself without kickbacks ain't the way it works around here, see? It's going to be a cold day in hell before Juul gets one on over on us, you hear?" So, yeah, that's some government.
He added like, they own 65% of themselves, and Big Tobacco only owns 35% of them, see?
Yeah.
We don't like that around here, see?
You don't mess with Philip Morris around here, see? You don't mess with RJ whoever. RJ Reynolds and Philip Morris, see? Oh, yeah. So there you go. We've been talking about it all week. Will's been screaming about government overreach, and I've been screaming about Big Cigarette. And what happens? Juul gets banned, and all
they
the
both
teens
win.
And all the teens are going back to cigs, and I look like an asshole. Thanks a lot, Biden.
And Big Cigs all win. They work
now
together.
I want to smoke. You know,
they work together to get rid of Juul.
Yeah.
Big government and Big Tobacco. Boom. They come together. Juul's
some hound dogs over there.
You know what's fucked up is I was looking at cigarettes yesterday, and nicotine isn't the only thing. Like, they're going to start, if they take away the nicotine, what they'll do, and what I think they're going to do is they add more ammonia, which makes the nicotine absorb better.
Ammonia is one of the
I know
it's one of the carcinogens.
I know it's bad, but there's no ban on ammonia.
No, I know.
If they take away the nicotine, they're going to add ammonia to make the little nicotine absorb.
Taking away nicotine is like is theoretically supposed to get people less addicted. They need to get rid of the fucking 70 chemicals that are not nicotine.
No, they're going to make it more dangerous if they take nicotine.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm getting upset. Biden's approval rating is down to 36%, his lowest in 4 weeks in a row. He's been going down. He's still trending down, and he's now 3% away from the lowest approval rating for president of all time, D. Trump in 2017. I think he's going to reach it, maybe pass it. He's at 36%.
They're about I mean, he's on track. Yeah.
Kamala even lower.
Yeah, I think he might go to 30 or under. They banned Juul. Nothing else, right? Just Juul. Cool. All right.
I mean, why would you do that?
I don't understand.
Just to piss off everybody.
It seems like because Big Tobacco probably asked him to do it, and it was all
right.
like a ruse.
Doesn't it seem that way?
I'm not holding my breath anymore to see if they do anything to cigarettes at this point. Yeah,
it does seem.
I think I've been fooled.
Who wins?
I think I've been fooled.
Big Tobacco wins.
I think I was pantsed. All right,
they benefit the most from this ruling.
Yeah. I got fooled this week. It's okay. We'll move on. What else? Do you guys know who this is? Let me find this picture quick. Oh, here you go. Who this is?
I know.
Arch Manning.
Yeah,
That's right. Well, it's Arch Manning, the son of the only not famous football player, Manning Cooper, Peyton and Eli's older brother, who must have the worst throwing motion of all time because he played wide receiver before getting hurt at Ole Miss, while his brothers won 4 Super Bowls at quarterback and will be in the Hall of Fame if they aren't already. And their dad is a Hall of Fame quarterback. Like, why didn't he play quarterback? I don't understand.
Different.
And he was tall. Yeah, he's an idiot. Didn't make it to the NFL, Cooper.
Because somebody
and his son's now quarterback.
In a family with the 3 brothers, right? Somebody's got to catch the ball, right?
He obviously also sucks at throwing, but you're right. Arch is the #1 overall recruit in the class of 2023. People are saying, "Whoa, Arch is 5+ stars. You can't go higher than 5, but Arch can." And he signed with the Longhorns. Your thoughts, Will?
I mean,
he's
welcome to SEC,
he's verbally signed or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to the Longhorns, whatever. If he wants to go there, then there'll be a lot of kids that played against him in high school that will hopefully sack him when he is a Longhorn. They'll be LSU Tigers.
You're looking forward to rooting against Arch.
Yeah, I'm looking very forward to. Look, the Mannings are from New Orleans, and they're for some reason they feel like they're too good for Baton Rouge. They all have to go to different schools.
Yeah, why didn't he go to LSU?
Well, because none of them do. Peyton went to Tennessee. Eli went to Ole Miss, and then now Arch is going to the newest SEC school that's not LSU, Texas. Wow. So they all want to stay in the SEC, but they don't want it. They all want to. They're too good for Baton Rouge. Well, whatever, Mannings. I love rooting against you in college. You're fun to watch in the pros too. But while Arch Manning is a Texas Longhorn, horns down, always, forever. Especially now that they're in the SEC. I don't think the Longhorns are ready for all the shit talking that's about.
It's gonna be a tough transition.
Yeah,
they weren't winning the Big 12 that much, right?
Right.
So
I mean, welcome to the
SEC
league.
is a little bit tougher. Now, I'm sure he's going to be a good player, but Peyton was one of the best college players of all time at Tennessee. And how many natties did they get?
The one.
Did they? He didn't win a natty.
I think they had one, and he had Jamal Lewis too, right?
No, Google that. He didn't win a natty. He might have gone to. He went to a couple of big games. No, he didn't win a natty.
They won in a year without him.
Yeah, I don't think Peyton won a natty, and I know his brother didn't. Eli, they won 4
think he
Super
did.
Bowls. I don't think he won one. All right, you can fact check me whenever you want. But this one's pretty crazy. Moving on, 4-time Olympic medalist in synchronized swimming and coach of the U.S. artistic swimming team, Andrea Fuentes, jumped in the pool at the FINA World Aquatic Championships in Budapest, Hungary, to rescue 2-time Olympian, 25-year-old Anita Alvarez, who's a U.S. Artistic swimmer who lost consciousness at the end of her routine, like practice. She was dying in the pool, unconscious, out of breath, and her coach had to jump in and save her life, which she did. She
this is what
pulled
we're
her
life jackets and boats.
Yeah. Right? But I mean, Olympic swimmer. So
I didn't know you could sink like that, though. When you go
she was
limp.
unconscious, dude. So Alvarez received medical attention beside the pool and was subsequently carried off in a stretcher. She's going to be fine. She might even compete later this weekend, but like the important part is she's fine. And this is not the first time her coach has had to jump in the pool and save her life. Same swimmer. She leapt into the pool during an Olympic qualification event last year and pulled her to safety, along with another swimmer on the team. Fuentes said in a radio interview, this is the coach, that like basically the lifeguards weren't doing their job. Like she was like, "Hello, do you see the routine's over?" And she's sinking. She's not.
Yeah, but talk about like a time when you can slack as a lifeguard when you got a bunch of Olympic swimmers in the pool. Like you're just staring at the ceiling.
Right.
Apparently
I'm
not when this
taking
woman's in the
a
pool.
break.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'd be
I
slacking
guess
my ass off.
I guess what happens though is in artistic swimming they hold their breath a lot. So like this isn't swimming laps. This is like they're doing routines, and a lot of the routines are they're underwater sticking their legs up in the air and doing leg scissors. So her routine's too hard. She needs to change her fucking routine so she stops passing out in the goddamn pool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Change the difficulty.
Pick a new sport even.
Yeah.
Well, it's also a little bit like
Get out of the water.
why is she going to the point of passing out? Why?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Because it's higher difficulty.
It's
higher
all the flips and stuff in her
Yeah,
brain.
she's doing higher difficulty. She wants a higher score, so she's pushing her routine to the limits of death. Like it's artistic swimming.
Yeah, that
no one
sport
cares.
Is not dangerous. Like you shouldn't care enough about.
No.
Yeah, artistic.
If someone
swimming,
dies in
try
artistic
to
swimming,
die
you're
from
like,
it.
what? Did I read that right?
Yeah, no, Mark, a sport that people do care about though, and you were right. Football. Peyton Manning did not win a national championship.
Zero.
When he was there, he was such a good recruiter though that they wanted title the year after he left.
Right. Yeah, he won 0.0. Here's a fun one that starts and ends exactly how Wes and my metal detecting career did. Brad Pitt said recently that he became obsessed with looking for buried treasure on his French vineyard. He owns like that where he produces his wine.
Yeah.
He owned it with Angelina Jolie. That's the one he's like suing over because she sold her half, and he was like, "No, she can't sell." And it's probably because he wanted to keep looking for treasure and didn't want someone new on the property, because someone told him that millions of dollars worth of gold from the Crusades were buried somewhere on that property, and he spent all of 2008 digging and didn't find anything. he didn't do movies. He was on his French vineyard, and he just dug and looked and searched, and he was obsessed, he said, for a full year trying to find treasure. Yeah.
Wow. You guys can relate though. If you were rich like that, you guys would do the same thing, right?
Absolutely.
Holes everywhere.
Yeah, there'd be holes everywhere.
Yeah.
And we'd find nothing.
Yeah. Speaking of treasure, did you guys watch Duck Dynasty?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, they're treasure hunters now.
Yeah, they're coming out with the treasure hunting show. I was listening to one of the guys talk about it on the radio, and it was on Fox, and he was talking about, and like Uncle Si's going to be on there and stuff. Wow. So yeah, it should be. It's like American,
didn't one of the brothers get in trouble? Yeah,
they all got in trouble for being homophobes and too into.
Yeah, I mean, what did you expect from those guys? Yeah.
Right, I think that's what
Dynasty
guys. I think that's what everybody said when they got canceled.
Right.
And then the family was like, "Hey, we're gonna take a break now. We'll be back." And then now they're.
What did you say about like a zebra can't change its stripes? I mean, it's the Duck Dynasty.
Oh yeah, Phil's always been like, "What do you expect? I'm gonna change? No, get out of my face." He doesn't care. Phil doesn't care.
I understand people being, upset with their stances because they're not great stances. But what do you expect from Duck Dynasty? Anyways,
that's why I think the response has been every time. It's just him saying, "Hey, what do you expect?"
Yeah, that's a pretty good argument from him. Hey, do you guys? I mean, what? He's right. Hey, do you guys remember Ukraine? It's a country near Russia that's getting absolutely murked by a bunch of Putin's bitch boys who destroyed all their eastern cities and killed a bunch of people, including civilians, for like the past several months, right?
Yeah, whole big war still going on.
That thing. It's still going on. Well, Ukraine is now officially a candidate for the EU for the first time ever. I think before they were saying no way, but on Thursday, European leaders gave Ukraine the status of a European Union candidate. Ooh la la.
Which means it's just like it's like NATO, which means that they're technically like associated, right?
It means nothing.
Like they've started the process.
Yeah. So the EU president, a long process, you'll hear.
Very long, right?
EU president, it could be years. EU President Charles Michel said on Twitter, a historic moment. Our future is together. And it might be.
Maybe.
But it's going to be a while before Ukraine gets in, as the EU has requested they improve the entire judicial system and tackle systematic corruption, all while trying not to die. If you can change your judicial system completely and figure out whatever corruption we claim you have or they have, who knows? But like,
do they even have a court right now?
Like, how do you prove that? How do you meet these standards, even if they do change?
And I saw a headline this week that they may have imprisoned the entire like opposing party this week, Ukraine.
Yeah, because they were like Russian sympathisers. The other party.
Yeah.
So people are starting to turn on Ukraine.
Right. No. So what I'm saying is they might already be breaking the terms of one of these things.
Oh, for sure. Well, they're not.
The EU's asking them for.
The EU is clearly going to be like. Almost, and not gotta go back and change it a little bit. They're gonna do that forever.
No.
Yeah,
this is like saying that I'm a candidate to be on the next cover of Men's Health.
Exactly. Just gotta keep working out a little bit.
Yeah, just got a little bit of work to do.
You're almost there, Wes.
Here's where you have to meet. Yeah,
you got it, buddy.
So good luck getting in the EU, Ukraine, and with Russia as well. Good luck, avoiding getting killed. Hopefully.
Well, that's good, but sounds like kind of patronizing news for Ukraine, but actual good news for Ukraine. Alexander Usyk, there's a date now. He's rematching Anthony Joshua. It's going to be on August 20th. So Usyk is the heavyweight champ.
From Tyson Fury, already unretired. He wants the winner of that, I think.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because it's going to be Usyk. I mean, Usyk pummeled
Fury
Joshua
once.
last
He
time.
killed him last time.
So
Fury's coming back for a
and
fight.
if you want to see a really good fight, that's a good fight to watch, because Joshua's a good heavyweight, but Usyk worked.
All three of those guys are good. I think Joshua Usyk 2 is going to be a lot closer, but it'll
hopefully
so,
I
think Usyk probably will take it, but it'll be better. It'll be a good fight. Yeah, two top guys for sure. How about a little Florida Man Friday for you? This one was trending, and Will did a great job in covering it in detail over there at patreon.com/Hard Factor on the Florida Man Friday episode that, like we said, is jam-packed with this about to be story and 7 other incredible stories this week. Lots of belly laughs. I won't cover this one as much as in detail as Will did. You're going to have to go to Patreon for that. But Florida Man caught the biggest python ever in the state. Of course, it was in the Everglades. Look at the size of this fucking snake.
The picture.
Over 18 feet, over 215 pounds. It was a female that had 122 eggs in its belly, which is also a record for amount of eggs in a snake belly. Look at the size of those eggs.
God.
It's disgusting.
Eggs.
They were going to
testicles.
They were going to be huge. Giant, enormous, 122 monsters it was about to birth. And it also had a full deer in its digestive tract because, as you can see in the picture, if you're on youtube.com/Hard Factor, it's like way bigger than the dude standing next to it. Like,
it can eat the men easily.
Yeah,
well, at least the
easily.
small men. The 2 small men on the sides.
Yeah,
easily.
That skinny guy in the back is in trouble. Yeah,
he needs. Yeah, he I wouldn't even be, even if it's dead, I wouldn't be near it.
He's standing away from the head. Yeah, even though he's dead.
As far from the head as possible. It's 30 pounds heavier than the previous biggest snake in Florida, and 30 pounds for a snake's pretty big. Like, you ever picked up a 30-pound snake? That's no joke of a snake.
No, I mean it's massive. I mean,
it's
this snake is as big as a big man, like as heavy as a heavy human man, and then it's long and
it's all muscle. I mean, it would just
Oh,
crush you.
strong,
It's just so. They said they had like so many people trying to get it in a bag. They used a 12-foot snake male as bait, and it's ridiculous. They got a problem out there. All right, and that takes us.
But go to Patreon to listen to the setup of that like the people who do that trapping. We talk about that on there. They're awesome. Yeah, listen to that.
Anyways, that takes us to
the cream of the crop.
And look, Twitter's top trending stories at the time of this recording were abysmal. It was Kyrie Irving contract negotiations, not even news. Then Supreme Court and 2A because of a gun ruling pass, and talking about guns. Yeah. Then January 6 hearings pass. Then PMS Power Hour, and then Sean Penn. So I went outside the box, and by the way, I'm burying the lead.
Wait.
PMS Power Hour is Pat McAfee. I thought I was like, PMS Power Hour? What the hell is that?
That would be amazing.
Yeah. So good for him being in the top trends. But I was like, what the fuck is PMS?
Oh,
Yeah,
at least it was McAfee.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. But everything else, Sean Penn, January 6th, guns. Kyrie Irving not even signing. Like, it wasn't like he got traded or anything. Anyways.
I was Mark, real quick. I was listening to news and it was some guy, I forget who it was. He was talking. It was before the hearings got underway. And before that, like after he was done talking, he was like, and now let's get these hearings underway so we can
let's get ready to rumble thing.
Let's get ready. It's like a politician who said this. It was insane.
It's a show.
Trying to, I mean, they're trying to, like Mark said, there's a lot of competing headlines for all the different culture war agendas out there today.
Get your shit together, Twitter. That's the shit you're talking about. That's so ugh. Anyways, I picked my own thing.
Twitter's a cesspool.
I picked my own thing because I can do that. And here's what it is. How about the Flash himself, Ezra's weird ass Miller?
Now this isn't. Oh my goodness!
What did he do now?
What do you think, Wes? He's doing the same shit, man.
What do you think he did?
He's so crazy.
Let me get you this. Let me load you this picture. Ezra Miller. There's one. You've seen this one before.
Yeah.
But this one.
That new one is just.
That's something else. That's a recent one.
He's bedazzled his neck with like rhinestones.
He looks like a character from like a sci-fi movie from a futuristic space race.
Right, like he's like on like a panel. Like,
like an all-knowing space being,
an all-knowing space
a senator and an
alien senator.
What is that? What the look you were going for? Alien, all-knowing alien senator.
Warlock.
Nailed it.
Senator Warlock. Yeah.
He nailed it. Remember how authorities were looking for him and people were trying to subpoena him?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, turns out they found him, and it's not good, guys. They are for sure gonna have to recast and reshoot the Flash movie. They gotta get a new Flash.
I think they even said like before they had caught him that they were gonna do it, and the details are they're very glad
weird.
that they said that.
They found him. It's not good.
Every time they find Ezra, right? It's never good when the police catch up with Ezra because he's had more time to get crazier since the last time they caught up with Ezra. Yeah.
And he knew they were looking for him. Ezra was found on a remote 96-acre farm he owns in Vermont. He was hiding in plain sight if you just follow the paperwork of places he owns, but he was not alone. Even though he has no neighbors. With him was a 25-year-old woman and her 3 young children aged 1 through 5. And along with them, there's a bunch of assault rifles hanging out willy-nilly and other guns and a ton of large marijuana plants. The father of the 3 children, whose baby mama is just getting railed by this freak Miller all over the barn, called in CPS to say he thinks the kids are in an unsafe living condition because there's like pictures of the 1-year-old baby putting a single loose bullet in her mouth and stuff like that. All of the guns are unattended. Probably they're not locked up.
He's just like he's
fucking some chicken shed. She's like, "Can I bring my kids?" He's like, "Sure." Like
whatever.
Ezra Miller being a big gun nut. Wouldn't have seen that.
Oh, he's a huge gun nut, and he owns a marijuana farm with some other lady. That
and those always go hand in hand. Gun people and weed people, like
for sure.
Yeah.
Apparently, the marijuana plants are unventilated, so like the kids might get high or whatever. I don't know if you can get high off a weed plant. That's not. I don't know if that's possible, but they mentioned that they're unventilated and they're much more in quantity than the legal amount for growers in Vermont. And probably the kids have also been watching their mom and Miller 69 so hard that they're basically one entity now. It's just one. Body,
lots of 69s in the grass, probably.
Oh, just 69ing all over the goddamn place, and the kids are like, "Mommy, are you mommy or Ezra?"
Babe, come 69 me in the yard again, babe. It's so beautiful out here.
While the kids are putting bullets in their mouths, they're 69ing all over the compound.
I'm not worried about his weed farm, but the bullets in the mouth of the kids, that sounds dangerous.
That's dangerous. Guns laying around. And there's no one parenting the kids because they're having fun. Miller met the mom in Hawaii and he flew her and the little ones out so he could bang her while hiding from the law.
He stole her from her
I think so. It sounds like it. I don't know if they were separated,
did,
but
this is like the Sarah
you think
Miller.
He cares?
He's like, are you for scuba? And then all of a sudden they're in Vermont with them.
The father's like pretty distraught, as you can probably imagine.
Oh my God.
But
Miller stole
got his whole family stolen by Ezra Miller. That's tough. But so far nothing has been done. And like CPS went out and they're like, CPS like went to the farm and they're like, and then they didn't do anything.
They're like,
it's
hey, can I get your autograph? You're the Flash, right?
Yeah, it's not his kids, and they're like, yeah. It's he's allowed to still carry on, and the kids are there, and the mom's there, and it's probably not going to end great, but get some help, Ezra, and by help I mean get fucked, you piece of shit.
Well, Ezra, take this opportunity to at least like hire a bullet guy that just locks your bullets up while the kids are there. Just like have some type of safety net so that a child doesn't, go make a mistake.
Stop dragging innocent people into your craziness.
Right.
The whole family and the father.
Kids.
Right.
And
That's
the
what I'm
father
saying.
now. Yeah.
The kids. I mean, the father, that's horrible luck for the father, but the kids are the ones you got to worry about. Like
right.
he always, there's like, cause the other girl, he had like, they said he'd been grooming her since what? She was like 12 or 14 or something. The parents that accused him of that last time we talked to him, the girl that hangs out with him all the time,
right?
Who off the reservation. And then now, these kids of the chick he's hooking up with, it's just, he's got too many kids involved in his antics.
He really does. Yeah, it's not good. Not good, guys. But that's today's cup of coffee, which was brought to you by Evo Naturals CBD. And we've been talking about these, all week. And I've been popping gummies, all week, baby. I like the citrus ones. I think Will's favorite flavor is the
berry. I'm a berry man, but also the pills.
They're very good.
Very, very good.
Yeah. They're awesome. So, if you're, a little bit, maybe stressed out or, you want to relax a little bit, maybe get a little bit better night's sleep, try out Evo Natural CBD, because a lot of times you're might be saying like, oh man, I try CBD. Is it working? And you're like, oh, it probably isn't if you have to ask. Right. But Evo Natural CBD has this like their own only technology that they're the only one that has. It's called Smart Sorb technology, which allows the CBD to be absorbed into your system 4 times more than regular CBD. And it hits you within 10 minutes. So fast. 29 times faster in the first 30 minutes than tinctures. You might want to try it. It's pretty good.
4 times more absorbent.
Yeah, it's amazing. So stop wondering if CBD is right for you. Try Next Evo Natural capsules, gummies, mints, and topical creams. They're clinically proven to be better absorbed by your body. They got all sorts of scientific studies that say so. Get 25% off your first order of $40 or more at nextevo.com with promo code FACTOR. That's 25% off at nextevo.com, promo code FACTOR. Promo code HARD FACTOR. I'm just going to pop a few of these.
There you go.
Be back with you guys in a few seconds.
Done for the week, Mark. Take a load off.
Hey.
Take it easy.
Enjoy those gummies.
Guys, summer is here. It's official here. And hey, if you want to cuck your neighbor, it's easy. Grow a much nicer lawn than him, and then fuck his wife.
Well,
and you can do both.
What are you, Ezra Miller?
Yeah.
Well, if you follow through with the whole thing, then you've executed the move.
Grow a nice lawn, fuck your neighbor's wife, and you can do that with Sunday, because Sunday gets your lawn and steal your neighbor's wife's shape in no time. Sunday can
sure does. It sure does.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's easy.
Could you imagine this guy Ezra Miller gets his family back, and then some guy next door gets a Sunday?
Yeah.
When you see Ezra Miller walking in with a bag of Sunday, you need to just move neighborhoods.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
It's like the story we did on Florida Man with the girl who was suspicious of the haircut.
Yeah.
If your neighbor sees you using Sunday, he knows that you're trying to fuck his wife.
Yep.
He's got to get out of town.
His days are really numbered.
His days are numbered. So their custom
knows
plan.
Your grass is going to be so immaculate.
Yeah. What are you doing with that green
Nothing
bag?
he can do about it.
Nothing he can do about it. Their custom plans include fertilizer and everything you need to easily care for your lawn.
You're looking at that guy's grass
with ingredients like seaweed, iron, and molasses. You can feel good. He's taking the long way around. Doesn't have to pass your house. With kids and pets being around. All you have to do is visit Sunday.com, put in your address, and their lawn analysis tool does the rest. They use soil and climate data to create a personal nutrient plan delivered right to your door when you need it. Just attach the ready-to-use pouch, put it on a garden hose, spray it on your lawn. Takes less than 15 minutes, and in no time, you've got the best lawn in the neighborhood. Best of all, this stuff really works. So Sunday is offering our listeners, the Hive, 20% off. Full season plans start at just $129. That's nothing to have a nice lawn all summer. And you can get 20% off of checkout when you go to getsunday.com/factor. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/factor. And just a note, occasionally we get DMs from people asking for these codes. They are always in the podcast description on iTunes. So if you need a code,
YouTube, wherever.
YouTube.com.
That's right, and YouTube.com. So if you need a code, Spotify, it's always in the description at the bottom.
That's right.
All right, guys, let's hop on this Boeing 737 Max. And, yeah, have a little bumpy ride.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Hope we survive, Wes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, guys.
The show
yesterday
just ends.
Yeah. Yesterday, I ruined sleep for you by telling you that mites are fucking on your face.
Dude, you seriously did. Check this out. I scratched my nose on accident while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Because I was
worried.
Because I was literally in my sleep slapping my own eyes,
Slapping the
mites
mites off
on me.
I got several texts about it, Wes. People were worked up. My mom's like, make sure you're washing your sheets. It struck a nerve with some people.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully your mom's not in this next demographic.
Oh no, it's another health scare.
So I let you know that they're fucking all night, and your eyelashes, your facial hairs. And today I'm going to ruin something else for you. Any of you guys tea drinkers? Maybe a nice green tea to get your day
Every
started.
once in a while. Yeah,
A little chamomile before
Absolutely,
bedtime,
why
maybe
not?
just before
more
that.
coffee than tea, but I
Once in a
if
while,
it's
yeah,
available,
green tea.
Right.
yes.
Okay. Well, if you are, I got some bad news. Researchers in Germany at the University of Trier in the western German state of Rhineland-Palatinate have developed a brand new technique with which meaningful environmental DNA can be obtained from dried plants and evaluated. So they took this technique and they went to the store and they bought some readily available commercial teas. And guess what they found in those teas?
Oh, not something bad.
Bugs, parasites,
Yeah, Mark hit it.
Chemicals.
Mark got
bugs.
it. They found the DNA of over 400 species of insects in a single tea bag. That's
Okay.
right.
Not going to be a tea person anymore.
You know who drinks a whole lot of tea?
Who?
My mom.
Your mom.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Are you kidding?
Ugh.
So much tea. It's
Wes,
her-
do they at
their-
least give the
it's her
brands on
favorite
this so
thing.
you can avoid the
Yeah.
bugs?
These are in every single fucking tea that
Oh,
is
you
that you
gotta
buy
be
at the
kidding
store.
me.
No, these are they didn't name names because they didn't want to put anyone out of business. But I've got a video to show you from one of the more popular tea brands.
Wow, you're on a
And you
heater.
Probably guess what it is. Yeah. So that's right. When you have that little bag of tea and you dunk up and down and you do the hot water and you
Bugs.
say things like, "I need to let it steep a little longer."
Yeah.
Well,
Steve.
go ahead, because all you're doing is making sure those ground up bugs in the tea bag get deep in that water, which is probably why tea is so fucking blah. It's got
Wow.
insects in it. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So think, yeah. Now the importance.
So anti-bug food that I
What-
gotta be anti-tea now. This is the only way.
What
I
websites are you going to these days,
It's
Wes?
tough.
Where,
There she look.
where
at
are
her.
you
She's
searching for stories?
She's
Wes?
just enjoying smelling that bug.
People
tea.
sending
Look
you
at her.
these, or
Yeah, this just happens.
you find them?
So now the importance of this technique is that it can give us better insight into how insects and plants interact and why certain insect species associate with certain plants disappear and vice versa. Also, quote, this procedure could also become a case for criminalistics. Reliable statements about the actual geographic origin of plants can be made using this eDNA. In this way, customs could determine whether important types of tea actually come from the specified country. So you know if you're getting the actual tea that it's supposed to be. What is possible with tea also applies to other plants like drugs, for example. But guys, I'm not done yet. I got some more bad news.
Can I ask you a question?
There's a little bug on a little tea leaf. There
gross.
he is.
Some tea comes not. You make it yourself. It's Lucy's. I'm assuming that the leaf,
It's ground
that
up.
also
with
has bugs. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it doesn't matter whether it's
It
prepackaged.
doesn't.
And also, as somebody who may or may not have, sold a few dime bags in my day, I'll tell you this much:
You smoke some bugs and weed.
No, of course,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
see,
of
and when things are dry, when times are tight, you see a lot of bad flour come in that may even have a dried bug stuck on it. You know,
You know
That's
what would
right.
be a
So-
mad?
so, I mean, it's
you know,
it's
would be
not
a
surprising,
maddening
actually.
superpowers if you could see microscopic bugs, which just be
Oh,
everywhere.
you would never eat again.
Yeah, you would. I mean, well,
You'd have to.
You'd jump in front of a train if
right,
if
yeah.
you saw like all
Oh
the
yeah.
like.
Oh god.
It'd
Yeah.
be the worst
On your
superpower.
skin. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely.
you're just
Um,
swallowing them.
Yeah. But like I said, guys, I'm not done. It's not just tea drinkers that are sucking down insect guts. Not only did they find a shit ton of insect DNA in tea, they also tested commercially sold dry herbs. You know, oregano, parsley, thyme, maybe some dill if you're getting fancy.
No, it all had bugs.
And guess
This is
what?
getting dark.
Insects.
All bugs,
Lots of
yeah.
them. So next time you're sprinkling a little oregano in that pasta, think to yourself, is that too much beetle?
but
maybe
I mean,
a little
how
more stink
much,
bug.
How much beetle we talking here?
Enough, Will. Enough that it's
Microscopic.
there.
Who hurt
Listen,
you?
I mean, it makes sense because look,
It's got to be dust. You're talking about bug dust.
bug dust. I'm talking about bug dust. Yeah.
Bug
poop.
dust.
Well,
like
unless-
broken off legs and poop.
Unless you're this woman who found live
What?
worms.
Hi guys, good evening.
In her
I
Lipton
will
tea
tell you
bags.
Something. This is the Lipton green tea with lemon flair.
Lipton's cheap.
I want you to see
They just
something.
go for the full
I'm
bug.
opening the new one. I'm just removing the staple and
Proving it's a new bag.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is she
I'm
gonna
gonna show
find?
you something, which we found 2 days back, and we were trying to figure it out whether it's true,
Worms.
whether it's happening in all tea bags or not.
The white things.
But
The white.
sadly,
Yeah.
it is in each and
Those are like
every
parasitic worms.
tea bag of lemon flavor green tea. You can see there are worms inside,
They're dried
living
out, but
worms.
yeah.
You can
They're
see
living?
There's some living, yeah.
Oh
these
my.
are
Oh, some
worms.
living crazy.
Living worms inside.
Yeah. Anyway, you get the
She
idea.
just ruined Lipton.
If you go on YouTube and you never want to drink tea again, just search insects in tea, and literally
Oh, come
just
on, really?
every tea bag has. Because
So you're saying if you go,
think about it, they're harvesting tea. There's bugs on all the leaves. They're like any tea that's like, you know, it's not like pesticide controlled or whatever. There's still going to be bugs on it. They just grind them up all together with the bugs, and some of them pass through.
You gotta
Wes-
get a new attitude next week. You gotta
So you're
take
telling
that-
me, Wes, that you go into the kitchen right now, you rip open all your tea bags, you're gonna have bugs in them.
There's a good chance, Will.
Yeah, probably.
Fuck, man.
Not good, is it? Hey, don't shoot the
At least,
messenger.
at least with the herbs, you can't see
Wha-
the bugs.
Why not? Why not shoot? Don't shoot the messenger. I
I'm
would
just
have.
trying to
I would have
prevent
never
everyone from
known.
getting sick. Yeah, you're right. You never would have known.
Ignorance is
Um,
bliss.
Well,
Oh, man.
doesn't
Yeah,
get much
nobody
better.
ever would have known about either of these bug stories.
Yeah. Ever.
I know about them, so now you got to know about them. Well, sorry guys, but the 737 is just the automatic descent control is just getting a little bit wonky right now. So we're gonna go to
We're
Australia.
only serving tea on the plane.
round of tea for your last meal.
Tea. Yeah.
Aw.
Tea, so good. Let's go to Australia for one of the worst stories I've ever heard. Guys, Robbie and Mariana Morgan, they got married about 2 weeks ago and were the happiest they've ever been in their lives. In fact, they were on the trip of a lifetime, their honeymoon. The 30 and 29-year-olds were whizzing along in a
Outkick the
golf
coverage, right?
buggy on
Yeah.
the Whitsunday Island. Mark or Will, have you ever heard of the Whitsunday Islands in
Yeah,
Australia?
it's beautiful. The
Whoa.
coral
Holy
reefs and everything.
Shit,
Yeah,
is this
beautiful.
place amazing? I didn't even know that
Yeah, yeah.
these islands were there.
Big time resorts,
Wow.
big time coral reef area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Huge.
like in the northeast part of Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queensland. Yeah.
Yeah, right up there. So beautiful. So they're, you know, the islands are small. There's no cars allowed there. It's only like 5
Scooters and stuff.
55. Yeah, it's golf buggies pretty much.
Oh, nice.
And they were on a golf buggy and they're whizzing along, having a beautiful time talking about their future. And Robbie makes a U-turn. The golf cart topples over. Robbie comes out unscathed, but the new bride dies at the scene.
What?
Oh, come on.
She died on her honeymoon.
That's tough.
How do you go on?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
tough.
know.
That's tough.
That's brutal.
It's brutal.
It's
Yeah.
a
You
horrible.
want to die probably in that scenario too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's bad.
Is that all it is? That's
That's all it is. This is.
God.
But look at that island. That's nice, isn't it?
What?
Shocking.
Yeah.
Very shocking.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
Extremely shocking.
wait, we're still on the 737.
Still
We're going
going.
down. We're going down.
going further down.
We're making a landing in Tanzania.
Eric, don't cut this for socials. We're not laughing at the dead. We're not laughing at the beautiful dead woman. R.I.P.
We're gonna make a crash landing in
Yeah, it's
Tanzania.
not rest in peace. We're laughing at I mean,
West being dark.
yeah, I mean,
Sorry.
what's yeah.
Okay.
You guys remember yesterday when we talked about those mites fucking on your face and how you get those face fuckers from your mom while she breastfed you as a baby? Well, you can count your lucky stars that some mites and years of psychological complexes and a boob obsession is all you got from those breastfeeding experiences. Because this is also a great example of how great it is to live in America, because stuff like this, what I'm about to describe to you, just doesn't happen here. So on June 18th,
Hard factor day.
Yeah, Shayima said
This is a which one's worse, by the way. This
It
is
is.
for
Yeah.
sure a which one's worse.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shayima
Triple
Saeed.
option, yeah.
I'm leaning T.
Well, wait till you hear this.
All right.
I don't know.
Shayima
I mean,
Said-
Australia was pretty bad.
This is
Yeah.
pretty bad one too. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. She was breastfeeding her 1-month-old child in her village in Tanzania, in the Kigamo village, and a troop of monkeys came in and they invaded her house, and they snatched up Shayima's baby, pulled it right off the tit, and carried it off. And rescuers rushed to try to capture the monkey, but by the time they got it, these fucking monkeys, it was too late. The baby had suffered too many injuries from being carried like a sack of potatoes, and it died at the hospital.
Come on.
Are you kidding?
Rest in peace, little Haiba.
Are you kidding?
No. Now, Tanzania news outlets said it's not clear what species of monkey snatched the child, but Mwangago village, where this happened, is located on the western part of Tanzania. It shares the border with the Gombe National Park. It's a nature preserve well known for chimpanzees. So, yeah, remember I warned you, the only monkey I don't trust is a chimpanzee. And
Yeah.
this is exactly why.
You did warn us.
you
You were on the ball.
Yeah. Check out this scene of this monkey trying to steal a kid in China. Watch this. There's little kids out there playing with a
this
scooter.
video is this
Monkey
video's
comes
crazy.
and
Oh,
just
shit.
tries
Oh,
to
Jim
drag
grabs
the
him.
kid
Oh my
away.
God.
It's kind of funny. The kid was fine.
Yeah.
But
kid
yeah,
was fine, yeah.
because the guy grabbed him from the chimp. But
yeah. Well, I think that was like a macaque.
All right,
But
the
yeah, it
kid,
was a-
the,
yeah, it
the
was a
monkey
joke.
kid thing is the which one's worse. That's the worst
You
one.
think?
Yeah.
getting
I
your
think
kid
I think the bride thing
murdered
is
by a
worse.
band of monkeys.
The bride thing,
accidentally killing
no,
your
no,
own
the bride thing is
Yeah,
the worst
that's
for that
pretty tough.
one guy. But
Right, for the one
as
guy.
an outside perspective, she's younger as a kid. She had a longer
You know
life to
what?
live.
They're all worse.
They're all bad.
Here's
They're all
the thing: the tea is worse for the entire world.
Mhm.
The honeymoon is worse for the guy for
Yeah.
the like because
Yeah.
he has not only the mourning of her, but he accidentally did it himself.
Yeah.
Right. He
and then-
flipped the card.
And then the
Yeah,
mother
flipped
is the worst for what is going to haunt you for like ever probably, which is monkeys murdering your baby.
that might have been the 3 darkest stories in a row I've ever heard.
I told you.
Impressive, Wes. I don't know how you got that dark, but you did it somehow.
It started with the tea, and then I just
Whoever's
let it fly.
I know that like a lot of listeners, like send us
for the darkest shit you can.
a lot of listeners send us like things that are like, like whatever, like they'll send me cat stuff, they'll send Will Space stuff, stop sending Wes dark stories. Let's give it a break.
The dark room.
Yeah, it was a dark one. Sorry, but
Oh,
you.
Hey, I mean, it's news. News is news. You can't control the news, Wes.
That's right.
You know.
mainstream media is not covering those 3 stories.
No, they sure aren't. They don't have the guts.
Mhm.
Don't have the guts to do it. Before we move on to the Hive 5 to finish out this week, Feels is our final sponsor today. I love their CBD products so much. Their mints are so good, so I keep on my desk. I'm gonna pop one right now. I'm gonna do that. Their droppers also very strong and relaxing. What are your guys' favorite things from Feels?
I like the 2,400 milligram tincture.
Oh
Yeah.
The big boy.
the
Right
big
before.
boy.
I like the big boy from Fields.
That's
The big boy is strong. I think that's their number one product
Yeah,
too. That's
everyone's
their
got
big
their own
dropper.
dose, and mine's the big boy. I like it.
The big boy. Yeah, get in there. And Feels, Feals, Feals. is a better way to feel better. Feels is a premium CBD that will help to keep your head clear and feel your best. It's hassle-free, delivered directly to your door. CBD naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. There's no hangover or addiction. Place a few drops of Feels under your tongue and feel the difference within minutes. The thing to remember about CBD is that finding your right dose is important, especially with Feels, because of the dosage levels, like Mark was saying. And everybody's dose is different. So they even have instructions. It's really cool. Like they tell you how to test it and everything. To find
product.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very pro packaging and product.
Yeah. Or if you need a dose of chill on the go, pop one of Feels' new CBD infused mints, like I just did, for a clear-headed feeling and a bonus of fresh breath.
That's right.
In fact, Feels offers a free CBD hotline to help guide your personal experience so that you find the perfect dose. As Mark was saying, very professional. The Feels customer service team is dedicated to making you get the best use of your CBD. Join the Feels monthly membership. Makes your self-care easy. You'll save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel at any time. Start feeling better with Feels. Become a member today by going to feals.com/factor, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's feals.com/factor to become a member and get 50% off automatically. Take it off your first order with free shipping. Feals.com/factor. The vent is good and strong.
You're right about the fresh breath too. I mean, it's impressive. It's impressive. Get that fresh breath and the CBD.
It's good. All in one. All right, on to the Hive 5 to finish the week. We got notes and questions. We got comments, 5-star reviews, videos, 5 minutes of voicemails.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sweet.
First up, notes and questions. A lot of them. I had that note from Josh in North Carolina that we missed Hard Factor Day. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, Josh, good call. As you can see, we took it to heart.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Next one.
That's on us.
Charles. What's that?
That's on us.
It's on us. I mean, you shouldn't. Should be.
We'll probably miss it next year. Unless we get the national holiday, we're going to miss it next year. Let's be honest.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be a Monday next year. We'll remember it.
All right.
There you
Maybe.
go. Potentially. All right. Charles also sent us one that I'm going to have to cover next week. Brazilian pilots encounter 11,500 mile per hour craft during night of UFOs.
That's Mach 11 or something like that.
Look at that. So Brazil says they got aliens. Okay. Optimus Tuscan Raider sent one in about Chicago, and the city has decided that Chicago cops are barred from chasing people on foot who run away.
Why?
Because they say it's safer for the officers and the citizens. Officers may chase if they believe a person is committing or about to commit only a felony, full felony, class A misdemeanor, like the battery or a serious traffic offense that could risk somebody else's injury. But anything else, like a minor crime or even having a gun on you, and you run away from the cop and
like cleaning out a CVS,
they're going to get in trouble. Well, but like, yeah, I mean, if the entirety of the crime isn't in front of the police officers, couldn't they just be like, we got a call, we thought it was a felony, that's why we chased him? Like, what?
Chicago should be getting tougher on crime right now. They're getting more lax.
It's obviously huge news, Wes, as you said, for armed men in Chicago who aren't police.
Yeah,
because
just commit crimes on foot now.
Right. The rule, right? Yeah, the rule is that even if they're armed, maybe don't run after them.
Or Rad Dad thinks of this.
Sure.
We'll hear from him later, but he does not weigh in on it. Okay. But Rad Dad maybe in the future.
Let us know next week, Rad Dad. I'd like to hear your take on this because you are a police officer.
Or let us know the chatter that's constantly on the radio. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, well, we will hear the chatter later. Okay, moving on. Speaking of cops, from Dankstone 13, he sent us a pic of some officers ripping a heater in the face of all the tobacco bans this week.
Hell yeah.
Those guys aren't
America.
Yeah.
Officers, heaters.
You can't take cigarettes from cops.
No, and like military, cops and military. When I was looking at the stats, like the horrible deaths for cigarettes and stuff, like the cops and like first responders and like especially like military, it's like 30% of people in the military smoking. I was like, that seems even low. I thought it was like 100%.
Seems very low.
Yeah.
So the cops are still smoking. Thank you, Dankstone, for sending that. And he also sent us a pic. He's a Florida man, Dankstone, and he was at the gas station.
Yes.
And Florida boner pills are called hard steel at the gas station. At least some of them, and they specifically clarify works with alcohol.
That's important. Important to note.
That's amazing. What is
hard
in those
steel?
Things?
It even works better with alcohol.
You don't want to know, Wes.
I'd like to get a chemical analysis.
Definitely
of
bugs.
that.
Worse than tea.
Yeah. Hard steel.
A shitload of bug dust in hard steel.
You can't catch COVID if you're a hard steel user.
No.
You're immune to
think
everything.
so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And speaking of SIGs, there's a voicemail later about the SIG stuff. Obviously, been a lot of discussion about
Big
this
week.
week.
Yeah, big week.
But one guy, John Tilley on Instagram, he came in and he says, FYI SIG story, smoking cancer is not linked with quote unquote chemicals added, he says. Tobacco is naturally carcinogenic. Materials added to cigarette tobacco are for taste and pliability / moisture.
This guy's
They're tested to ensure they make the tobacco no more harmful than it is naturally. Quote unquote chemicals are added are water, glycerin, propylene.
He's 100% wrong.
Ammonia.
The only thing he's right about is that they're.
And then he went on to be very rude after that.
The only thing.
He's completely wrong.
He's completely wrong. The only thing he's right about is that the chemicals are added for taste. Here's the deal. Tobacco.
He is correct that tobacco is naturally carcinogenic. It is.
Tobacco is not naturally. It's only because where you grow it. It's where you grow it. It's the soil you grow it in. No, I don't know.
Google it. Is tobacco naturally carcinogenic when it combusts? It is.
Out of the 70 chemicals, they're all because of where they grow it, the pesticides they put in to grow it faster, the spray they put on to make it taste better.
When you burn tobacco, even if it's natural, it'll give you lung cancer.
Look, go to like the CDC or like the
American I guarantee.
I know, but what they say is that the 70 chemicals are the ones that
make
cause,
it worse.
Yes,
they make it worse, but
significantly worse.
But if you smoke like spirits, you still get
like
500,000 people in the U.S. don't die because of tobacco. It's because of the chemicals.
There's warning labels on all cigarettes, whether or not they're American spirits.
I don't care
because of that.
How many times he writes in, he's wrong, and I don't accept his message.
But spirits aren't safe though.
No. You can still. Yeah, even like vape pens, which hasn't proven cancer, they mess with your DNA and stuff.
And we'll get to that later.
None of the stuff
later in the voicemail.
None of it's safe, but the 70 chemicals that they add is what really tips the scales for death.
I'm sure it makes it worse, but it's like with weed. Marijuana is carcinogenic when you.
It's because of the soil you grow it in.
No, it's not. It's because when it combusts, when you make a combustion with the flame, then it becomes carcinogenic.
Pesticides in the soil.
No, it's the combustion of the burning of. I've done a lot of studies about it because for vaporizers and stuff. You burn the THC at a lower rate. The lower.
Will's right, Mark, but you're right too that the chemicals being added cannot.
I think it's in the Mark. I was going to say I think it's somewhere in the middle, right? It's like it's like the chemicals make it worse. Yeah, obviously, you can't make it completely healthy, but. Yeah, but we'll get to more because there's other people who want to talk about vapes. Anyways,
okay.
Frothy Rothy, let us know about another kind of weird and disappointing one. Here it is. John McAfee's corpse still in Spanish morgue a year after his death.
Yeah,
what's going on with
this?
that,
What's
guys?
up with that?
Yeah, I mean, they just left his body at the morgue in Spain.
Does he not have any family that wants his body?
Yeah, his wife. We interviewed her. She's
right.
Yeah, you'd think that Janice, right? That's her name or something.
Janet.
Yeah, Janice.
Janet.
Yeah, Janice.
Yeah. You'd think that Janice would be. I don't know. We got to follow up on that, Frothy Rothy. Thank you for letting us know. And Dan Jacob reminded us that with all the fucked up stories that we covered this week, especially these ones that Wes just covered, which are probably worse, there's also still this one. Police open investigation after 12 elementary school children in Alaska given floor sealant instead of milk.
Yeah, so, I did see this.
The kids reported that their mouths and stomachs were burning, and that's how they figured out that
they've
fed them sealant.
Yeah, it was a kindergarten last time.
They did this again.
Yeah, it's always like fucking elementary schools. It's like with the littlest kids.
These like processing plants. What is it?
No. That last one was the processing plant.
It like filled it up. The solution was only cleaning solution, and it filled up the milk.
It was a wrong container that they used, and it was like the same container as like the milk or some shit.
Right. So the last one was the cleaning solution. This is floor sealant, like the stuff you put on top of tile when you freshly install it.
That'll kill you.
Yeah, it's like how the fuck did
that's got carcinogens in it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, lots. Philip Morris and RJ Reynolds are happy. Like they're thinking about adding floor sealant to the next mix.
Let's spread this story everywhere.
Let's roll this floor sealant out onto our next line of sick.
Yeah, it'll taste delicious.
It's got a lot of promise. Yeah, no. So those are all headlines that we didn't have time to cover, but were sent in by the Hardo Hive. Thank you.
By the way,
I'll definitely get to Brazilian UFOs next week, but
they probably don't want to release fucking McAfee's body to anyone because they don't want an autopsy done. You know, like an official autopsy.
Because they shot him 1,000 times or something.
Right.
Right. Because I mean, it's like a Epstein situation, right? Like they're like, oh, he killed himself right after he.
They don't want anyone even talking about.
They don't want anyone to know what exactly happened.
Isn't that just like the classic McAfee death, though? You know, like it just continues to add to the legend of McAfee.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, McAfee's. I mean, I'm glad we got to talk to him before he passed. If you haven't watched that,
same.
The YouTube is probably the best way to watch it. So just look it up on our Hardback News or youtube.com/hardback news.
He brings out his guns and shit. And we're smoking bowls.
Yeah. It was amazing. Yeah. Got to watch it. All right. Comments and notes this time. Well, notes and questions was first. Comments is usually second. I thought these were comments. It turns out they're direct messages, but they're so good. I'm just going to go with them anyways. They're from Lori Kelly. And Pat was sending these in on the text thread earlier this week. Here's the first one. Lori Kelly sent a message to Hard Factor. I know a man that I would go to jail for a one-night stand.
Wow.
Is that Lori's real picture?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it might be.
And then Lori sent another message.
Nothing wrong
Lori
with
sent
it.
a message to Hard Factor. I want to see the paratrooper orgy. Cat shocked emoji.
She does want to see.
Oh yeah. Ready to go. And then we're like, hey, who's driving Lori up this wall? What's she so worked up over, hot and bothered? Turns out it's the Beeve, fellas, because she replied to the Beeve story.
He'll do that.
She likey.
So like
Lori likey.
Eric in the Philippines. He does a lot of our. We talk about him. He does, shout out Eric. He's the man. He does a lot of our work for us, like social work. Like
does everything.
He does everything. And his girlfriend also does a lot of work for us. Like and she does like the Facebook stuff, and she leaves comments. Like whenever anyone leaves a comment, she leaves like a generic like copy paste, like thank you for reaching out. Someone will be in touch with you soon or something like that. And put that picture back up, Will.
Which one?
The last one.
The thread. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at what Lori says to her generic message. Oh yeah, I'm reaching out. It was like a thank you. She asked, like, where did you get the paratrooper thing? And then the generic message, thank you for reaching out. And she goes, oh yeah, I'm reaching out.
She was.
Yeah.
She was. All right. Shoot, Lori
sure.
Kelly. Thank you for engaging with us at the Hard Factor podcast. All right. 5-star reviews. Submit them on Apple Podcasts if you want to hear them, because not many people, people are doing 5-star review on Spotify. Obviously, just go ahead and click it and get in there, but nobody's really sending us like that with the note. We'll read whatever you say if you want to do the Spotify 5-star review, but Apple Podcasts, submit one with text and we'll read it out. So submit them. Okay. Videos. First one, VP Kamala Harris trying to shoot some hoops recently. This is sent in from Will O'Grady. She's at like a high school auditorium with her husband and a lot of Secret Service in the background. With like a group of young girls. Inside the free throw line.
Psych. She can't play, can she?
Ooh, airball from inside the free.
She's got the suit
throw
sleeves.
line.
It's hard to shoot with those sleeves.
Okay, they're gonna move her closer.
She looks
to
like
the
Will
hoop
shooting
now.
a free throw.
Yeah, she's worse than basketball. That's great. Almost made it on the third shot. Moved her closer to the hoop.
Oh, they're giving her bank shot now.
She skied it. Okay.
Oh, why are they still?
That's 2 bank shot attempts.
Do they
Her
need
husband shows her where to
Do they
bank.
need like a quick?
That's pathetic.
Try number 6 from like.
I heard she made 4 in a row after that, though.
3 feet. Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
she did.
Why did she keep shooting after that?
I don't know.
That's
But to get the correct footage they needed for the press up.
Oh, did she make 4 in a row after
Yeah,
that?
that's what I heard. They were talking about
She
Fox
caught
News.
fire.
They're giving a bunch of shit. They're like, yeah, she was 1 for 5, and that's about
1 for 6.
1 for 6, and that's about all she is in her policies too.
Took 6 shots to get it. What was hilarious was they kept moving her closer to the hoop, and then her husband had to show her exactly. She had never done a bank shot before in her life.
Right.
It was like,
Right.
he blew her mind. He was like, just aim at the square.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
she's like, oh, okay.
Corner
'Cause
of
she was
the-
literally
yeah.
3 feet from the hoop. So
The Dems are in big trouble with Kamala if she wants to be on the ticket.
well, she's
Not-
just hilarious. She's Veep in real life. I'm rooting so hard for the Veep. Like I've been rooting for it forever since she was
Like the
named
storyline from the TV show?
VP.
Mhm.
Yeah, since she was named the VP pick, I've been
Right.
rooting for it to happen. Which so for that to happen, Joe would have to somehow give her the oval right before he left office.
Be great
And
for
then-
hard factor, just chaos,
Right, and then
Oh,
she would have
Yeah.
to, and then she would have to face off with another woman
Right.
in the next election, and then get beat by the other woman because that would be it's the exact storyline of Veep. Literally, it was like
at this point, just rooting for chaos at this point,
right.
Whatever.
I just have always been rooting for the Veep
Yeah,
thing.
I
I
give
love
up.
scripts to play out in real life, so I think that's the only thing I can really root for at this
Could
point.
use an earthquake right now.
There you go.
Put me on the plane. Give me a fucking tea bag, Don't care anymore.
Oh no, but
Tobacco's got natural cars. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care anymore.
she's hooping. Kamala's hooping though. It's always going to be fun to watch her little public spots. I remember in Reno when she was campaigning, she literally got she came out to Reno. There was 8 people at her. This is when she was still running for president. She didn't get much support. And so she came out to Reno. There was 8 people at a trail listening to her. And then they shouted her down in the middle of her speech.
It's crazy. I almost forgot
her-
she ran for president.
Yeah, her public appearances are always gold. It's just so
Well,
awkward.
all those politicians' public appearances when they do they're all so cringy no matter what side they're on.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, it's the
Kamala's just one
Yeah.
of the top.
She is.
She creates some of
Her
the
and
most
Hillary are
cringe moments.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, Hillary. She's up there with Hillary with the hot
Yeah,
sauce. and
yeah.
the
The hot
bag.
sauce
yeah.
was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next video submission is from Chester Gerhardt, and just a funny guy here. I don't know who this is.
Good morning, primals. This is your pal Huck Finn Barbell here, aka the real Liver King. We've been drunk for a week. You know what we do? We train and we drink. We get right back on that horse again and we start drinking. By the way, real alphas don't eat testicles. They eat pussy.
That's a great point. Ooh, man. Liver
It's
King
just
is some talking
jacked
shit
up
to the Liver King.
Beer drinking guy talking shit to the liver.
That'd be a crazy
That's
fight
awesome.
between those two guys.
Yeah, he's trying to get a
Would be.
boxing match out of it.
Yeah.
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 Well, nice one. I like a Huck Finn Barbell. That was pretty funny. I mean,
Yeah.
We're
Liver King's a great person to
we're
be
owed a big boy boxing match because that Martin Ford versus the Iranian Hulk fell through because the Iranian Hulk was a fraud.
I
think-
Well, he's scared to death, yeah.
Yeah, he was a fraud. He got pushed. Remember in the showdown, he got pushed to the ground and
He got
just
pushed by 30 feet, yeah.
yeah.
he has no
And it didn't
balance
show up
at all.
Yeah,
Right
no.
himself.
They got each other's faces. And Martin Ford pushed the Iranian Hulk, and the Iranian Hulk toppled 30 feet, and everyone's laughing at him. And then he just went home and never responded to any other press conferences. He's like, that's enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're that big and you probably live in a remote area by yourself,
You don't
or
get
whatever,
pushed around much. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you're never out of your comfort zone.
found a
And
bigger
he
bull. Yeah.
Came out of it once, and he's like, no, not for me. Okay. This last video submission is from Connor Crawford. Now, tell me, fellas, if you think that this is a deep fake. This is the moon. It was submitted by somebody in France to YouTube.
How could
And-
they? No. How would they be able to get that? No. Where is
Right.
he? Is he in space?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's
No.
it's for sure a deep fake. But check this out. It was there was
Man,
a lot.
so
of,
far
got
it
a lot
You
couldn't-
of-
can't see
doesn't have to
craters
be
on
a
the
deep
moon
fake.
from a phone. No, you can't see craters of the moon. from
Is
your
it on a
telescope.
phone or is it?
I don't know. It's what camera could get
could
that?
be a telescope.
A telescope
Oh, it
with
could
the
be
camera.
a telescope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make those. Yeah, see the
100%.
planes go though. See the ships. ships.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You see
It's
that
so fake.
on the side, see where they're
That's
coming
so
through.
fake.
It might be real moon footage, but the ships are absolutely fake. I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Real moon footage through a telescope, like Wes is saying, but
Yeah.
the ships are photoshopped in.
Yeah.
But it's like
I
3
think it's
ships
all
coming
fake.
over the edge of the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
see
got
the
people
ships, for sure.
talking.
Wow.
Well, look,
Got
I
people
mean,
talking.
They disappear
Oh,
though.
I
Another
wouldn't
one.
be I wouldn't
More
be
ships.
surprised if there's shit on the moon, just like in Mars. But I think this is fucking fake.
Oh wow, that's how close. Yeah, that's crazy.
Look, they're like the cylinder. Yeah, see, this is not real. They can't get that close.
You can get that close, Mark. I just don't think the ships are real.
There's no way you can get that high quality video.
Yeah, no, they got
footage
these
off
things
of
now. And you can even put your phone on it for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, Mark, I'm telling you, they got the Wes is right. They got these telescopes where you can
In
put your
HD.
phone-
Mark, I
Yeah,
could
you can put your
attach.
phone
They make
onto it.
$20,000 lenses. I could attach to my camera and get that footage with.
No way.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
all
for
you do
real.
is
Yeah,
blow
yeah,
it
yeah.
up in Premiere. It's easy.
Yeah,
It costs a lot of money, but you can do it.
they got
I
it.
don't know, man.
You can even literally hook it to your phone. Some of them, like the telescopes, like where you could do it. Like it could look like that.
The moon is 239,000 miles away.
Yeah, but these lenses are strong as fuck these days.
I don't buy it.
Mark,
Okay.
look how sometimes the moon is so big in the sky. If you have a powerful,
You can.
like,
I don't doubt that you can see it. You can see the moon decently, but you can't get like the craters and shit. You can't.
We
get
got to
that
get these
outside.
James Webb
No
photos.
fucking
here
chance.
yeah, you can.
There's no chance.
soon. Yeah, they sell the products, Mark.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
They're
I'd have
$12,000.
to literally see it with my own eyes to believe it.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to one day. One
Yeah.
day we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the last thing of the week. Voicemails. 5 minutes. VMs. First up, Colin from California.
Boys, calling from California, coming off the Pacific, calling off somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, a couple miles offshore. So you guys were talking about this necrophiliac and talking about girls with that fucking paraplegic and shit. Makes me think of a story of one time I was messaging a chick on Tinder, decided to go to her house, went and hung out with her. Turns out she only had one fucking leg. So, you know, me being the gentleman I was, I smashed her and left. And, yeah, I just don't know. Is this kind of a fucking paraplegic or no? Like,
Okay. So
Isn't para 2?
yeah,
Just-
I think Colin's just bragging about how
Yeah.
he's had sex with an amputee.
Right.
More
Yeah, that's-
importantly, going to ask you guys about this right here. The orca tattoo that Dooley designed for Colin. You see it on the screen. I'm showing you guys. He's saying, should he get it? It says heart. It's like, I don't know. Is that it? What's inside? So it's an orca with something inside of it.
I think he's just trying to make the outlines of the
Dolphin.
Like the
It's a dolphin.
It's a
inside.
dolphin inside an orca, and it
Is
says hard
it?
factor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dolphin inside an orca, and it says hard factor.
Where's the dolphin?
See
There's
the
a
tail.
dolphin
I think it's a
inside the
dolphin
orca.
tail.
Oh, I see.
It
Dolphin
looks like a dolphin, except for the orca fin is where it gets lost in translation, because like the orca fin is supposed to be
I
kind of
think
part
that's
of the
just supposed to
dolphin.
be the color, like the white color of the orca.
I think it's a dolphin inside an orca.
I think so too. Yeah, I think it's a dolphin inside an orca.
With hard factor written on it. Colin is going to get this tattoo. He needs to know black and white or color.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It could be the
No,
white
it's
part
it's
of the
the
orca.
white part of the orca on the bottom.
Well, he's gonna
That's
have
what
to
he's trying
explain.
to-
Why
that's
is
what
there
he's
two
trying to-
tails, Wes?
I don't
Yeah,
think
there's two tails.
I don't think there's two tails. I think
What is
it's-
that then?
It might be like I don't know. Is Dooley getting too artsy or he fucked up?
Okay. Interesting. Well, they're gonna have to let us know if it's.
I thought it
the
was
white
like a
part of the orca or
needle-nosed
dolphin.
dolphin
Right.
sitting inside of an orca.
I think it is.
Hard factor. Okay,
Well, who's
well,
right and who's
anyways,
wrong?
black and white
See, look, there's
or
that white on the orca, right?
But where's the second tail? There's no second tail. That's clearly a tail inside.
yeah, there's two tails there. Okay, so black and white or red, white, and blue here for Colin on the orca.
Red, white, and blue, 100% for Colin.
All right, I agree. I
Yeah,
think
he's
that-
a
I
red,
think,
red, white, and blue guy. Yeah.
I think that color tattoos are just I prefer them personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Next voicemail.
Hey, gentlemen, how
Jules.
you doing? It's Joseph. Will, you may remember me from your awful voodoo chips and pickled chips take. I still
Okay.
resent you for that a little bit, but we'll move on.
And for this next
Listen,
one.
I'm calling in about the Juul thing. Look, I understand where all of you are coming from. Will, I get it. Like, I have a lot of the same viewpoints you do, where it's like, you know, just kind of let America be America and let people do what they want to do. However, I will say to Mark's point there are so many kids in high school right now, man. It's ridiculous. Like, I graduated high school in 2014. There was probably like kids in my class. There was probably about like 25 kids that smoke cigarettes on like a regular basis. Nowadays, man, I have little cousins. I have brother-in-law in high school. It's like easily over 50% are juuling. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And then when you look at like what chronic use and what like really short-term, like, hyperactive use does with, like, vaping lung injuries and stuff like that, it's a pretty decent cause for concern. So, like, I don't know, like, I'm not saying you're 100% wrong here. I'm just saying, like, look into some of that stuff. I even had a wife. I have a wife that had a lung vaping injury. And let me tell you, man, that was some of the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. She went from being perfectly fine to literally not being able to breathe without oxygen within 48 hours. It was very scary. So, personally for me, I'm cool with this ban. It's
obviously, dude.
It's really scary. I have a son now that's entering school, and I don't even know how to try and talk to him about that type of stuff. So it's it's something that we all need to kind of look at here. Anyway, have a great fucking day, boys. Love this pod. Love what you guys do. See ya.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sorry
Thank you, sir.
for Joseph for your personal experience with the vapes. My opinion is not about any one personal experience. It's the same regardless of you're talking about cigarettes or vaporizers. I just think that Americans have the right to purchase what they want to purchase. It's their right as Americans.
Yeah, that's fine.
And so, I'm sorry about your personal experience. I just, we have different opinions, and that's fine. That's also part of America. We can have different
talk
opinions.
about it. We have talked about it. I think we've been fine talking about it all week. Like, in my opinion, is I don't really know enough about vapes. So I'm not really commenting on vapes. I don't think they should have banned Juul. Certainly not just Juul, but I personally
it helps people quit smoking too.
I personally think that cigarettes,
point,
to me, I have an expertise in cigarettes. Smoked them on and off for 20 years, mostly on, and I know what they do, and personally, and everyone probably does.
Right, and I've also included this guy's comment here. There was a lot like this where they're like, Will's ran at the start. I felt that lots of people do want to keep their cigs. Like, so there's
my point is, I think that big cigarette companies purposely get people hooked and purposely add cancerous chemicals that they don't need to, and they're evil. That's all. I mean, I don't like people's freedoms getting taken away, but I just have I wish I'd never picked up a cigarette ever in my life, and I hate cigarettes. I love them, but I hate the cigarette companies.
So good.
Yeah, I mean, all 4 hosts are going to die from cigarettes. We're all on track to die from smoking.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Not if Dylan has his way. He'll get a ban. All right, here we go. Next up.
What's going on, fellas? It's your eyes and ears over the road. That's right, Lombard Trucking. Wanted to check in real quick. Number one, my highest paying load yet as an owner-operator took me to, you guessed it, Florida, all the way down to the Florida Keys, Marathon, Florida. I think if we're eyeing something for Hive Island, we might need to buy our own key down there because, man, let me tell you, you don't even think you're in America anymore. Keys are something else. Absolutely.
It is pretty down there.
But the reason why I call is because I wanted to share some inside baseball on those ever-frequent and mainly talked about supply chain issues that have been going on throughout the country. I was actually having a conversation with a gentleman on the CB radio, and I know at time of recording this voicemail will be a week old, but he was hauling a container, JB Hunt container, and we were just having a friendly talk on where we were going. And he was bringing that container to the BNSF rail yard in Memphis, Tennessee, which is a major, major rail junction in the United States. A lot of stuff comes from the coasts, both coasts, as well as both borders, north and south, and they link up. I'd say Memphis and Kansas City are huge ones. He was saying that legislation and federal, some rules and executive action from the federal government has made it hard for the rail workers and the unions down there at BNSF to go on strike. And I guess they're generally unhappy with how things are going on right now. And I guess their leadership and union leadership is possibly, and like I said, this is just from what he sees from going to the rail yard and talking to workers, that they are doing this, that they are purposely slowing down things going in and out of the rail yards as a sort of silent protest since they've made going on strike more difficult.
Goodness.
So some of these issues are now by design, as, like I said, as a worker strike. So, like I said, I'm just passing along the inside baseball as I hear it as they float over the airwaves.
He hears some interesting stuff. Trucking.
But that's all I got. Curious to hear your guys' comments. Talk to you soon.
I believe it. Rail yard, that's like a dock job, like a lot of
Oh,
hard relationships. To really, yeah.
I believe it too.
Yeah.
I put the McAfee headline over that one on the video because it's another conspiracy. Like
Right.
I'm into it. Like I could definitely.
Did you guys see the video of the 1,000 Spirit workers? Was that real? The 1,000 Spirit pilots went on strike this week. I saw it all over social media.
Well, pilots are striking all the
looked
time
legit.
because they're overworked. Yeah.
Yeah. They were like all the Spirit pilots like went on strike this week. Like
because the airlines in trying to cut costs have tried to like get so efficient with everything that they've like worked pilots way too much.
Too many hours. Exactly.
There's not enough pilots to go around.
That's not a job you want to overwork someone when they're flying a plane, But
yeah, crazy. But I could definitely see like I mean like imagine if hard factor. Imagine if we did like a job like if we were in charge of like some kind of like fucking like infrastructure thing, where we had to do something. Otherwise, we had to come to work and do it every day as a team. Like if we were overloaded and they wouldn't give us any more help, we would probably do the same thing.
Right. No, for sure. If you're overworked,
we just like start working to the rule and
point.
going super slow and like. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, of course. They have the right to do that. The Spirit saying it's 100% false. So I don't know if the videos circulating are fake.
I just know that there's a lot of like pilot protests. There has been this year.
There have been, but Spirit's claiming because it's gone viral and Spirit's saying that it's false. But yeah, they didn't say like the videos are fake. They just said that the strike is not true. But I don't know.
They're screaming at us, but they're not on strike.
Yeah, we give them 30 minutes to stand outside with signs, then they got to get back to work. Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, I would believe anything like that. And I don't know if it's like conspiratorial or whatever. I think those are just dynamics of the world.
That's like human dynamics though. If you're fed up, you're purposely going to do like a worse job or like it's like when that happens in everything. Like you think about football. If an offensive lineman is getting shit from the running back, like they let the person through and let him tackle him or whatever. Like it's if you get fucked with enough, you're not going to want to help out.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's why Burger King sucks.
Yeah.
You think that they're bad to their employees compared to the other restaurants?
Oh, 100%. That's why Chick-fil-A is amazing.
Okay. Well, I could see what you're talking about there. Oh, by the way, speaking of classic, I did. I was having a rough morning, and I went to go get like sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Nice. That turned it around a bit.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right.
That turned it around a little bit.
80 for the back. God damn it. Happy weekend, boys. Rad Dad here.
Chatter.
Or the artist formerly known as Dan from Chicago. I only say formerly known as because I'm willing to give up that moniker to the other Dan from Chicago who's been leaving voicemails. These motherfuckers just don't stop. All right, hold on. So I'm willing to give it up to him, and just call me Rad Dad from now on. Fuck this.
Yeah, fair enough. Rad Dad's getting the chatter left and right.
The chatter got him so bad. But yeah, Dan from Chicago, great joke. Dan from Chicago came in with the killer joke. He busted Tony's balls about the questions.
I think everyone's been thinking this, right? Yeah.
And so Rad Dad, also Dan from Chicago, says, Dan from Chicago, you're now the only Dan from Chicago. Rad Dad is Rad Dad only.
That's right.
There we go.
Rad Dad was on my team, the second place trivia team. When to see some nipple.
You know what? COVID brain really got me. So
yeah,
I didn't stand a chance. To be honest with you.
Wait, check out this new moon video I found.
And it was 0 points.
I'm sure this is fake. Sure, this is fake as shit.
Oh man, amazing zooming in.
Yeah. And then what's that up there?
Whoa, bro.
What is that?
I don't know.
It's UFOs.
Is this the same fake account?
It's not. Whoa. This is from a year ago.
First of all, how do they zoom? That's got to be a telescope, right? Because
they make this technology exists.
I know they make this technology that can see 240,000 miles away.
Mark, for real. Hold on.
And clear.
Hold on. We can pull one up. Hold on.
Give me a break. And they let the average person buy it. Yeah. No.
Oh, for real. Hold up. Watch. There is literally these like telescopes that you hold on. I'm gonna pull it up so you can see it. Look at this. Okay, so look at that right there. You pop your phone on the end of it. It's like a telescope that goes onto your phone.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
And that's just for your
shitloads of
phone.
That $56 telescope
No. There's like no, Mark,
is gonna see the moon.
There's like $1,000 versions of that.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
they have like so many levels. It's crazy.
If it's not over $5,000, I don't want to fucking hear a goddamn peep about seeing the moon that clearly on
There
video.
are 12,000,
Yeah, exactly. It
20,000.
better be $20,000. I don't want to hear about a $56 Amazon thing.
Look, it was just the first thing that popped up. But
Yeah.
it's the principle of it. That's
You're
what they do.
All right, let's do the wheel.
Wheel time.
Wheel time. All right, so this
Should
is
we
for.
do? I think. Should we do? After we do the jobs, let's pick Avalanche or Lightning for game 5, which is tonight, Friday night.
All right, so this is for Hive 5 next
Right.
week. I will
Wes,
be
you're
off.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it gonna be Will again?
Nope.
I called it. What did I tell? What did I tell you guys in the text thread?
Oh, the wheel.
What did I tell you? The wheel's mad at him. He's also about to get coffee for Monday. The wheel is not pleased with Patrick.
Whoa.
All right, so this is for next week, Monday's show. Coffee
Monday,
and TikTok.
yeah.
Pat's probably going to get coffee. The wheel's pissed at him. I called it in the text thread.
The wheel picked
The
up
wheel's not pleased with Pat because he missed 2 shows this week, and when he left on a very sour note with the wheel. He was talking shit to the wheel. He hasn't apologized to the wheel.
Oh my!
That was a slam dunk. I knew he was going to get both those.
Mark TikTok. All right, so what am I doing now?
Put up the Avalanche or Lightning.
Avalanche.
This will be for game 5. If the Avalanche, if the wheel picks the Avs, it's over. It's over tonight, Friday night. Because they're up 3-1.
All
Here we
right.
go.
Big spin.
Here we go. Here we flow.
It's in Colorado.
It's a big spin. Oh yeah, they're closing it out.
They think they're closing it out, but it's going to be a good game because you saw it's close. It's going to be.
It's very close.
A good game.
Very close game.
But it won't be a close series because that'll be
not the series. 4-1. Yeah. There you go. Man, the wheel is
nice.
The wheel is.
That was
undefeated.
incredible. I can't believe you called that it was going to pick him for both, and it did. That's uncanny.
It was pretty positive.
Well, because you're locked in with the wheel. You know
Oh,
the wheel's
yeah.
mind
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah,
I do.
Okay.
I have a connection with the wheel.
Mark's in sync with the wheel. Watch out. Don't forget to order your putter there on the Eagle Buddy tank for the 4th of July, which will now be late, probably since you didn't listen and order sooner, like we told you to, but you
Could
still
get there.
Order. You might get there on time, but you can also still get all your Fat Boy summer gear at store.hardfactor.com.
That's right.
Thank you for listening as always, but most importantly, have a great fucking day and weekend.
Hard Factor. Cheat on the news. Patreon.com/Hard Factor.